After all their years of slavery in America, are they owed reparations? Well, first of all, the whites claimed to be Christians, and yet they made ones who were not slaves, slaves. Well, what they did, they went and kidnapped, and the Bible shows that kidnapping and slave trading is lawlessness. So that was wrong on their part. As the Bible says, the worker is worthy of wages, so God deals on that basis. You're out there working, you're supposed to get your wages. Even in the book of Leviticus, it says the wages are not to be held for weeks at a time. They will be to be paid that particular day. If people today were following God's thinking on matters, they would, every day, after the worker finishes, they line them up and pay them. Everyone would get paid. Slave owners did get paid reparations. But the slaves, when they were slaves, did not get payment at all for what they went through. Notice in the book of Luke chapter 19, it says, Then Jesus entered and passed through Jericho. Now behold, there was a man named Zacchaeus, who was a chief tax collector, and he was rich. And he sought to see who Jesus was, but could not because of the crowd, for he was of short stature. So he ran ahead and climbed up into a sycamore tree to see him, for he was going to pass that way. And when Jesus came to the place, he looked up and saw him and said to him, Zacchaeus, make haste and come down, for today I must stay at your house. And so so he made haste and came down and received him joyfully. But when they saw it, they all complained, saying, He is gone to be a guest with a man who is a sinner. Then Zacchaeus stood and said to the Lord, Look, Lord, I give half of my goods to the poor. And if I have taken anything from anyone by false accusation, I restore fourfold. And Jesus said to him, Today salvation has come to this house, because he also is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man has come to seek and to save that which was lost. So you notice, after being with Jesus, Zacchaeus says, Lord, I'm going to give to the poor, and whoever I've done wrong, I'm going to restore to them fourfold. Jesus said, we got a child of Abraham here. This is a son of Abraham right here. Because of what he was doing, he was going to do what's right. Zacchaeus showed what righteousness was about, because Jesus showed that's righteous, to repay those he had defrauded. The Cushites, when they worked in those fields, they were working up wages, and those wages are owed them. So reparations is not anti-white, but rather they are justice based on the Bible. There is the law of inheritance, and God is a God of inheritance. Just like with the Jews. That's why many people are jealous of the Jews, because they follow the law of inheritance. And this is God's law. And so that monies that was owed to those slaves would then be given to those who inherited it. And then, of course, the oppression that the Cushites would have gone through would also bring about monies that are owed, such as we look at the Tulsa Massacre and many other places where the Cushites were thriving in their own cities, and then whites came in mobs and burned their cities down, took over their land and everything. Those things are owed back to them also as a matter of justice. But just like Pharaoh, they will not pay and do what is right. And so God will have to himself take it upon himself to do as he does, to execute judgment and to render an account for the non-payment, because reparations are owed. And until they're paid, that will be another indictment that God will have against the system.